So look around at somebody by you and tell them, hey, I'm glad you're here this morning. I'm actually really glad you're here this morning. I'm pretty confident if you're here this morning, you're pretty easy to love. So we've got the easiest to love here among us. Now, look back at the very same people and say, however, this message is for me this morning. However, I'm glad you're here. However, this message is for me. So we're featuring a book that you've been studying, meaning you have immersed in this, Ordinary Mysticism. You hear? The ones of you, yeah? So bravo to that. So what does it mean? Like ordinary mysticism. So when I use quotes, I try to do it with integrity, so it's actually the quote. So that's what I'll be offering here this morning, some of this. The mystics tell us that community is where transformation ripens. You have some truth of this? Why we join in groups? That's why we have our tribes and our peeps and people that will agree with us. That's what Byron Katie is one of my teachers, and she used to say that, like, yeah, the trouble is you define friends with the people that will agree with you. It's like, oh, right. Maybe we have an opportunity this morning to extend that just a hair, that we can be friends, whether we agree or not. We can be friendly, whether we agree or not. We sing it, don't we? Which is why they won't let me sing, several reasons. I don't know a key from a chord from a note. I'm not in the choir, just so you know. You won't be standing by me. And to say, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with him. And as soon as he apologizes, I'll consider it. See, I know this wily little thing here. The mystics tell us that community is where transformation ripens. Alone, we may taste the presence of God. Alone, we taste the presence of God. And together, we embody the presence of God. This is the path. It's like we can talk about what it says and the theories about it and have no embodiment of it whatsoever. Maybe when we're on our meditation cushion, and seldom there because somebody will start mowing the yard. It's like, how am I supposed to meditate after all I've done for God? Like, yeah, it gets better. So in chapter 1 of the book, some of you I know are following it, others haven't. So I brought a little recap for those of us that are just catching up to this. The Ordinary Mystic, chapter 1 was about awakening to the divine in the dishes, in the trash taken out, in traffic. God's got some answering to do. Thank you, PJ. That is too much. You go on with it. And one that is overlooked some, that I've witnessed some just in the last few days, of the tears and sadness and despair and of wondering, of disillusionment, of doubt. There too. And see, if we're not careful, we'll slide off into that, it's all good. It's all good. That's an abandonment of your own soul. To deny the humanness of the hurting heart, of a heart that's burdened, a heart that's in a loss, of a heart that loves so deeply it breaks, versus wherever the next is, it's all good, likely, as far as we know. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we've got some humanness. And we've got some hurts and some losses. And I'll just pause right here to uplift the spirit of Larry. Most of you knew he served Anton for so many years. It's like a seva, a heart of seva, a heart of seva, of silent service. Clear about his gifts, clear about his roles, clear about what he was there to do. And I know y'all love him, and I sure do. And the love of Larry, there's love, and then there's love like Larry. So, in your ongoing, Godspeed. Chapter 2, I need a snot rag. Yeah. Thank you for bringing a box. Oh, one more. Oh, whoa. All right. If you ain't crying, you ain't listening. I don't know what else to tell you. Chapter 2 is about silence and simplicity. Silence. Simplicity. A slowing down occasionally to see a flower, to see the sun, to see, ain't I lucky? That minister right there, Reverend Erin, said, how great is it we get to do this? This is our life. Like if all the jobs in the world were thrown in a big pile and handed out again, would you want some of them? Yeah, that's another workshop. So slowing down enough and slowing down on purpose to say, something's breathing me. There's a breath here. There's ideas here. And there's desire here, and there's longing here. And there's another possibility here. And I was the last to know until I slow it on down there to say, let me look at something beyond this. Let me refer to something beyond this. Chapter 3 is about love and longing, the ache, an ache, that this giant hole in us that's looked since our earliest days when we forgot. And we thought it was in them. And we thought it was in her, and we thought it was in him, and we thought it was in mama and daddy and all the relatives, and we thought it was in the priest and the nuns and the teachers, and we thought it was in the authority, and then we thought it was in that first one we married, and then we thought it was in the next one we married, and then woo, wait a minute. I am looking for love in all the wrong places. And the longing is there. The longing is there to know what we read, to embody what we read, to embody what we preach, to embody what we sing, to embody what we create, to embody the art, the music. Chapter 4, service as devotion. It's like most of you know and have heard that my mission is to serve those who serve. It's absolutely why I believe I exist. So what, and you're serving too. You wouldn't be here today if you weren't in service. Only you know how. And whatever that call in your service is, to be and express that and to do it in devotion. And letting compassion, including self-compassion, flow from connection, from union, from atonement, at one-ment, from that. It's different. Have you noticed? Like I serve differently, like then it's a good tired. And then with a little rest, let's go. That kind of service and devotion. In chapter 5, where we are today, a beloved community. A beloved community is what Anton represents, the Affiliated New Thought Network. That is its mission, to create and be a part of a beloved community of all people. It's what unity represents, or its principles, that you're welcome here. Wherever you are on your spiritual path, you're welcome here. And to live it out. Living unity, practicing inclusivity. See, because the notions of inclusivity and actually embodied inclusivity are two different things. Because we can stand up on Sunday and say, you're all welcome here, all paths are welcome here, but just don't disagree with us. Get in the program. Here's what we believe and you ought to too. Instead of no, come and explore what you believe. Come and question your convictions. Come and see, where did it come from? Is it true that I believe that? Like one of my friends, I asked her one day, they prayed for me regularly, and I was glad. And if you ain't got nobody to pray for, keep me at the top of your list. And she said, we're concerned about you. We're concerned about you. And I said, well, I think we have more in common than you think. So what is it you believe? And she said, I'm a Baptist. And I said, wonderful. What is it you believe as a Baptist? She said, I'm a Baptist. I said, yes, I hear that and I uphold that. I'm glad. I'm delighted. And what do you believe as a Baptist? And I was softening. So no way was it an energy of challenge or doubt or anything. Just like, let's open here. Is there an opening here? And she said, I don't know what I believe. I'm just a Baptist. And I said, that's all right too. What do you believe as a Baptist? And she said, I don't know and I don't want no more questions. I'll just tell you I was born a Baptist. I said, well, there it is. See, and that's okay with me. And just from my reference, from my point of view of it, it's not a race. You get to decide what you believe. You get to look at your own convictions, and it could perfectly align with that. I don't know. I have a lot of similar beliefs to that too. And we get to decide, what are you actually convicted in? And how much it's pretty easy to make them off and us on. And we're like in a beloved community. So let's take a look at it. So Mirabai Starr says, the mystic is not a special kind of person. Every person is a special kind of mystic. Okay. God's got some answering to do. So here's a question then. Where might the mystic already be alive in your ordinary life? Where might the mystic already be online in your ordinary life? What's some examples? What comes to mind? When do you feel this? When do you feel like you are connected to it? What causes you to connect, to remember, hey, I'm being breathed. That's enough right now. I'm going to listen. I'm going to see what direction it sends me in. I was honoring the life of Jane Goodall this week and holding her in my heart and the gratitude for that particular life too. What she said is several things. This, for me, you cannot get through a single day without having an impact. You cannot get through a single day without having an impact on the world. If you believe in quantum theory, if you believe in this, a butterfly effect, a tipping point, like I have an impact, so I will not get through this moment, this minute, this hour, this workshop, this day. I have impact. What's it going to be? What you do makes a difference. See if you can say it as that. What I do makes a difference. Together. What I do makes a difference. Get a sense of it in your body. And see then how will we live this today. Somebody will likely bite us today. How can we bless the bite, the bitten, and the biter? How will you do that? Okay. Hang around for more if you can. And then come Tuesday for sure. And I'm counting on y'all to come because you're the nucleus of this, really. You're the nucleus of Raise the Roof. So I'm counting on that. And then the question that came in the meeting today was, or this week, this last meeting was, who you gonna bring? Okay. Who you gonna bring? So you get here, who you gonna bring? Who in the neighborhood could you bring? Who in a book club could you bring? Who's suffering that you could bring? Who's not that you could bring? So come and bring a bus. Bring a busload. And it starts on Tuesday at 1 o'clock, but with a big vendor fair and all that. So you can hang out over here all afternoon if you want to. And then the event is that evening. And it is Raise the Roof on purpose. And I sincerely thank you for what you've done already to raise the roof. So we do our part. We have our impact. And then we surrender to the will and the way of it. And let it be God's business, the truth. I love you.